Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Send your request into designs@patioheat.com for your personalized recommendations. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your applications. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so we have this covered patio area, and this is in, I think, Central California on the coast, I think. In any case, let's go ahead and look at the overall dimensions I have. So overall dimensions I have at 38 feet, so 38 feet starting from this edge over here. You can see the mark here, all the way out to this point right here. 15 foot depth. Now the depth, I'm not 100% certain if the depth started at the eaves of the home or not, but in any case I have it at 15 foot from the wall to the outer edge of the post here. I actually put, I think, about a 16-inch extension over here, so I'm not quite sure about that true mark there. They did mention that the slope, there is a slope on the ceiling here, and I have this at 9'2" starting here, all the way over to 10'4", and that is right about here. The slope I have is roughly about close to a 1 inch to 12" on the slope itself. You can see over here I have this at 7'6". There's a door here that swings into the residence, one here that swings into the residence, and sliding doors here and here. Now I didn't put, there's like a little step here. I probably should have put that here, but let's just throw it here real quick. Sorry about this, but I just want you to see why I'm going to make some of the decisions I'm going to make. But we'll just put a little step here, and there's one, on this doorway here as well as this doorway over here. And let me just do this real quick. And there we go. Okay. So I think that's pretty much it with regards to the measurements. Let's go ahead and look at some outdoor heating options for this. So one thing that I'll show you this one here first. This is the C series model, C series 4000 watt. Now you could go to a 6000 watt unit. However, a 6,000 watt unit for the majority of time would be too hot, and if you had a 6,000 watt unit at this elevation, you would probably want a control system in order to do that. The other thing is that these are electric heaters. They have elements that go through the center. They need to be level. If not level, then they will droop downhill and malfunction very quickly. So heater has to be level, and you can see here I have the bracket here mounted to the ceiling, and then this one here would need either a spacer or an extension. Not sure about the true distance here, but you could always measure out this length here from the bracket outside edge to the bracket outside edge, and then determine what the true height would be. There are extension brackets that the manufacturer builds that are 2 inches longer, 4 inches longer, and 6 inches longer than the standard bracket that comes with the heater. But the other thing too is you could also use a chain. So you don't need to use this bracket. You could actually just use a chain and mount it to the mounted bracket on the heater itself. So the other thing is I started from this point, from the center of the heater to this edge here. I moved it in 4 feet and then extended each one at 9'5" center to center. And also I took the heaters and placed them in the center of this 15-foot range, and then moved it 12 inches to the left here, so that the eave of this structure over here doesn't cause an issue, as well as the fact that with these steps over here, like even this set of chairs here, you're not going to have it as close to these steps over this step over here. Let's just move this one over here as well. Give me 1 second here, and we'll put one here. but you can see that you might as well not be heating up the space that you're not going to be occupying there. Let's go ahead and look at the overall footprint of heat. So this is the infrared light wave. Infrared is a light wave that's invisible to the human eye, but it does, as it travels through space, it bends and stretches and dissipates as far as its intensity. So at this height, the 4,000 watt unit would be a very nice application. And we can see here that we have basically seating, dining space here, reclining space here, and this entire space would be fairly well heated. You can see that the overlapping rays here are not the ideal amount of rays. However, like I said just a minute ago, the heat does, or the ray does bend and stretch, and so there will be warmth right here as well. It just won't be as warm as it would be here or here. I think this would be probably a near perfect application. All right, let's go ahead and look at one other option on the same layout here. And that other option would be using maybe slimline units. They're different in shape. Let me just go ahead and place this other one back on here. I'm going to turn off the ray for a second. And you can see the difference in shape. These are roughly, I believe, 8 inches, and this is 5 inches on the slimline. So, based on what you're looking for, you might want to have a shorter unit, but they're both 4,000 watt units, and the footprint would be the same. They're all in the same location. Again, moved over 12 inches off center to the left. And let's go ahead and look at that ray. And again, this would be a very good application here as well. Another thing you might consider is if the focus point is not going to be in the center here, maybe moving the unit over. Let's see if I can grab that properly. Moving it over maybe even 12 inches on this side here, maybe 12 inches over here, or maybe just 6 inches. And whoops, let's go ahead and move this only 6 inches and move this one 6 inches in. So now we're closer in, having a better footprint of heat in the center. But that would be something else that you might consider. And anyway, that would be another perfect application for this type of layout. So, all right, let me go ahead and show one other option that you probably were wondering, will this work well? Is placing some heaters along this beam and pointing the heat in towards the center. You can see I have 3. These are all the 4,000 watt units here, and I also have 3 over here. Now the ones over here have a little bit of issue, and I'll go through that in just 1 minute. But let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. Footprint of heat is overwhelming really here in the center. If we didn't have these 3 units on the right, if you were sitting here, you wouldn't really feel much heat from this edge over here to this edge over here. Now the problem we have is that there is the eave that comes out from the resident itself. I think I have that at approximately 2 feet maybe. We could check that real quick here. Let's go here, and yeah, we have that. I have that at 2 feet right now, so not quite sure what the true measurement would be, but in any case, what we have to worry about is the clearance below the heater. And so here we're not meeting that clearance, and so the only thing that we could do is move those heaters closer in, which would not make much sense. But let's go ahead and just look at that so you got a good idea of what that looks like. So that's approximately 12 inches in, and it looks like we're cleared. But now we have a lot of overlapping here in the center, so this is not my favorite. If you were to just think about eliminating the heaters altogether and just placing them on the outer edge, if you're sitting on this side here or over here, the warmth wouldn't be that nice, and I would not recommend that. So in any case, let me change this back here and turn this off and go with the slimline, just the viewpoint here. Turn off the clearances. Take a quick look at what it would look like from inside, just so you can kind of get an idea. You're not going to see the ray like I said before, so we'll turn that off. And I kind of like the slimline view in an application like this. So all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, send your information into designs@patioheat.com, and please consider tapping that like button. We don't advertise or monetize. YouTube does not promote our channel in any way unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers, and that helps others find our channel just like you may have. So we thank you so much. Have an excellent day.